Peace and greetings. What's good? It's your girl Naya here, back for another What's Up Weekly, where I talk about the astrology for the week ahead, and then I pull some tarot cards to help us navigate. So this week, I just pull out my little book real fast. We are talking about Sunday, June 17th to Saturday, June 23rd. So, first things first. I know I usually start off with the moon, but we have some stuff happening. So starting on Monday, Neptune is going to station retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Now, Neptune is already, Neptune is ruled by Pisces, or it rules Pisces rather. So, and the, oh my God, just the orbit of Neptune just takes forever anyways. And so for it to go retrograde in its own sign is just like, it's just wanting to hang out in Pisces, you know. So I feel like this, okay, so a lot of the times with any retrograde planet, there's this reevaluation, this maybe having to redo stuff, revisit stuff, reconsider stuff. There may be a slowdown in process, almost like feeling like you're going backwards or feeling like you're being stuck, but having to almost like redo the work again or reconsider the work again. In the case of Neptune is this the spiritual aspect of yourself. It's also a generational planet, so I really think that this has a lot more to do with us collectively, our spiritual values, the way that we utilize media as maybe a form of escapism, also this sense of compassion and what else? The sense of compassion and idealizing stuff, right? Because there's like this dynamic with Neptune. Yeah, it's kind of a feel-good planet, but things that make you feel good, like too much of a good thing, can be bad. You know what I mean? Like too much sleep, you can get like bed sores, for example, because you just too much sleep, even though sleeping is necessary and it feels good. I think it's the same thing with like too much of any one thing. Being submerged into one thing for too long can become toxic, so be mindful of that if you're, try to find some balance there. But I feel more so that this Neptune retrograde just really has more to do with us reassessing how we deal with compassion. Maybe, what is spirituality on a collective level? How does this work? How does this move us forward? How can we rethink this? How can we reestablish some bonds that will actually feel that as a collective that we're being compassionate towards each other, and that we're being less judgmental, you know what I mean? And it's not to say just like everything be fuzzy with everybody and everything. Of course, we still have to stand our ground in what we believe in, but I think that there comes a point where there's certain things, like you have hard cold facts, and then you have what your spiritual beliefs are, and understanding how to separate the two and not try to use one to justify the other. It takes work on all of our parts to not be so submerged that we forget to live in the tangible realm as well, like I said, it's just a balance, right? Because if you're too much in the material realm, you can become kind of a skeptic, if you will, about spirituality. But if you're too spiritual, you can forget, like, we need food to survive, for example, and whatnot. Like, I don't know, I'm just riffing. I'm sorry. That was like a really piss poor example of what I was trying to describe. But anyways, I just think the Pisces and Neptune thing is really, like I said, it's just kind of about reassessing, is this the spiritual path for me? Am I comfortable here? Is there anything I need to do to continue pursuing it? If that's what you choose to do you need to rededicate yourself to it? Or do you need to step back from it because you've been doing too much? You know what I mean? Being too submerged in it. Now this retrograde is going to last. Where's Neptune? Ooh, boy. Until November 26th, 2018. Then Neptune will go direct in the sign of Pisces. So we have a few months to reconsider these areas of life and what it means to us and how we deal with it on the receiving end, how we assert ourselves about these things. And also too, Neptune or Piscean energy can also have a flavor of escapism too. What are you trying to escape from? What are you because it's not so much what you do, but it's like facing the reality, or basically like Neptune is kind of like I want to say like fantasy island. Like that's, I'm not saying that this is everybody all the time, but this is a facet of Neptunian energy. So when you listen to music, you're just like submerged in the music and you're like, I'm feeling this, this is so good. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm feeling. And sometimes you can like put a song on a loop and you'll get stuck in that frequency, right? And it's kind of a form of either escapism or trying to deal with your reality, but still you're using the music as a way to escape for a few minutes, Same thing with television. Television is very Neptunian thing, because it takes us into a different world, a different reality, that other than our own. How much time are you spending watching TV? Is it taking away from where you want to be productive in life? Like I said, reconsider. Maybe you just want to reconsider how much time you spend in front of the TV, how much time you spend, on social media, how much time you're spending, not doing and in an escapism type of mode versus being productive where you want to be productive. Just kind of be aware of these things. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's going to be prevalent for the next few months. We're in June, July, August, September, October. So the next 5 months will be with this Neptune retrograde. So, think about that. Think about how that is gonna, how that might work for you, What else do we have going on? Also on Friday, we'll be moving into Cancer season. So if I didn't say it before, happy birthday to all the Geminis. I apologize for not saying it before. I started in like the middle of Gemini season, so my bad. And happy birthday coming up to all the Cancers out there. So Cancer season, June 22nd, which is Friday, boom, which is also summer solstice. So this is a time, this is a time of the year where there's kind of like equal daylight and equal nighttime hours. So there's that balance is there. And so Cancer is the cardinal water sign, in this hot weather. Okay. we want to be by a nice, cool body of water. But when I think of Cancer, when I think cardinal water, I really do think of the ocean, because I just think about the waves pushing and prodding the earth. And the glyph looks like a 69 sideways, I know, but it's supposed to be resemblant of crab claws. And you know, it's a creature that comes in and out from the sea. And the thing is, it's like there's a hard exterior, but there's a soft interior. So there's a lot of emotional things, but you know, that's the security aspect, right? You have to have a hard shell. If you have something to protect, you protect it. That's how nature evolved that, you know, that creature and whatnot. So we're moving into this time of being, you know, being more perceptive of, you know, our emotional security, our emotional comfort, maybe perhaps even expressing, you know, our emotions a little bit more. All right. I think with the Neptune retrograde in another water sign, that this might be a really powerful kind of emotional healing point for us, in however that might work for you, you know. All right, what else we got going on here? I know I put a couple of transits down, but I really feel like these are the bigger picture things, and this is all going to apply to us a little differently. It's going to hit different areas of our lives. So yeah. All right, so the moon, we start off today, Sunday, with the moon in Leo. And Tuesday it moves into Virgo, then Thursday into Libra, and finally on Saturday it'll be in Scorpio. So we're moving from this steady, fiery, burning aspect of being, and kind of moving through, working out on some details, working on delegating, finding balance, finding fairness in things, and then kind of ending up on like this deeper aspect of ourselves. It's really interesting because it's just all this water energy is just coming through, you know, as the week progresses. I think the themes will just be a lot about that emotional realm and the spiritual realm, and maybe working through some things that are much deeper than we realize. Like, I feel like a lot of healing will be happening. Of course, it'll be summertime, so get some sun, get some sunshine, try to get out from underneath the dark, you know. And I think what I love, one of the things that I love the most about the sign of Scorpio is just that there's a realness there to really get to the bottom of stuff. And it can sometimes feel like, well, you're getting all up in my business, or, you know, like you didn't want anybody to like maybe know about something that you've kind of buried within yourself. But like releasing those things that are deep like that is just so it's such a such a breath of fresh air, and that's needed a lot, you know. And I think that maybe honing in on some of that Scorpio energy, like I said, all the water signs are there, so I feel like honing in on that Scorpio energy to like bring things to the surface is going to even help play out what you need to redo with the Neptune retrograde, like how you need to handle that. All right, so let's see what I have written here as far as you know, the moon stays activating stuff all the time. We have on the 19th, the moon sextile Mercury and sextile Jupiter. So communication and some expansion on on things. There'll be a Venus Mars opposition also on the 19th, so there's gonna be this this tense energy between I want to say this deep or this, excuse me, this opposition will really be the push and pull of kind of your assertive and your receptive nature, or your kind of like love and war, if you will. There's going to be a push and pull of that dynamic on the 19th. It might not be like super severe because we're talking about for a day, but just keep that in mind. That might help you navigate the day. On the 20th, we'll have Mercury trine Jupiter and Mercury trine Neptune. So Mercury being that communication, that networking aspect, you know, Jupiter to time to expand on your ideals, and like I said, rework them, you know, because we'll already have that Neptune retrograde going on. Some solstice, yeah. What else? I think we just, you know, based on what I'm seeing here, I just feel like there's a lot of work that we all need to put in. I think it's more of a collective need to do it, but at the same time, that collective need, it starts with our individual selves and working on ourselves and being real and truthful with ourselves in that regard. So yeah, I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse because that's kind of like the themes that are happening. So let's pull out the trusty Tabula Mundi, shall we? And we're going to see what the cards have to say for this week ahead. Oh, one flipped over. Okay. That guy wants to come out, and that guy wants to come out. Okay, here we go. So, early on in the week, we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands. I think, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink real fast. Excuse me. The beginning of the week, you know, we are starting off with the moon in Cancer, but Six of Wands being a victorious, it's just kind of like, maybe you're just feeling really good. Maybe you're, you know, take that opportunity to just kind of like be on your high horse, be like, oh, hey, you know, I got this. Where in your life do you feel successful? Where do you feel like you can continue to carry on? What are you known for? What, where do you feel lucky in life? Right? Excuse me. There is a strength, there's a wisdom, there's a way that you communicate to the world that is uniquely your own, and you are recognized for that. And if you feel that you know, you can deliver that to folks, and it'll inspire them for another day, it'll illuminate them for another day, you know, I feel like you should, you know, pursue that. Of course, this is like the beginning of the week, but maybe those would be the feels that you're experiencing, and so that might be a really good time to do that. Yeah. Middle of the week. Three of Wands, virtue. All right, so far we got Wands. So Wands, Wand suit, the fire suit, you know, it's about work, career, inspiration, vigor, energy, sexual energy also. So I feel like there's a sense of inspiration that'll be happening throughout the themes of this week. It may be spiritual downloads that you're getting and that you may want to begin embarking on, especially with the whole Neptune retrograde, that you might want to step into that and like actually put into action some of those downloads that you're getting. Okay. Again, how you shine. How do you start this new venture? Where do you feel the need to go off into your own to weather the storm and survive this? Where you're gonna go head first, and like you just in your mind's eye, in your consciousness, you are just keenly aware of what you'll be victorious at, what you need to pursue, what you're going to begin embarking on, and how that is going to how that's going to work for you. So that's the middle of the week. I feel like this is also the part of the week where you want to start hashing out those details, so that you kind of have a game plan, like a roadmap, if you will, of the destination. Even though that you're, in the beginning of the journey, you still kind of want to have a rough idea of the end goal, right? End of the week. Oh my God. 2 of Wands. I'm saying oh my God because we got all fire this week. And what I think is really interesting is with all this water heavy energy in the cosmos, that us getting a bunch of fire cards is just pulling into this dynamic of hot water or steam, or I know that sounds funny, hot water or steam. I mean, it makes sense. We are summertime, so waters might get hot. But I feel like that's alluding to the fact that things need to be dealt with, things need to dissipate, things need to start again. As water is kind of like, that's what allows us to sustain life, as well as the sun, of course, as well as the fire of the sun, that water. So there's more of a balance there than not, I feel. But 2 of Wands for the end of the week, I think it's interesting because the Wands cards are descending in succession. It's almost like letting go of ego to pursue something of a spiritual download here, to go on and pursue it. But I think that while you're hashing out the details and whatnot, that by the end of the week, there might be a sense of having to rethink it, and I don't mean having to redo this stuff, but I mean like getting even further more down the road, where you want to you kind of want to get out of your shell and take a step back and see what you can do to make the journey even more successful, to make it to where you feel like you have a good grasp on the subject matter, a good grasp in the environment, a good grasp on the focus. I feel like this is saying, this 2 of Wands is really saying, refocus your energy on what it is you would like to manifest in the world, or how you would like the world to be. What can you do to make the world a better place? And what can you do as an individual to add to the collective, to add to the awareness of what you think is important, what you feel is important. What is it that, is ideally how you think the world should be? And I mean, in the most compassionate place of yourself, in the most non-egotistical way of yourself, you know, what do you feel that you can strive towards? Now, for some of you, this could be a new work venture. It could be starting off a new work venture. If you had, you know, if you've been working towards some stuff at work, whatever, that, you know, things are looking pretty good. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you're considering, you know, going for another job or something like that. It looks like it would be promising. Same thing with the dating scene. If that's what you're really, where your focus is, that's also on the table as well. Of course, this might resonate for some of you and not all of you. It is a general reading. So let's see. Yeah. I want to pull. I think I want to pull a medicine. Actually, no. I'm going to pull a cardomancer card because I like this card. And I'm going to take this as... so that's what the box looks like for the cardomancer cards. I need to do a walkthrough of them still. I haven't done them yet. And I know that they are amazing. All right, let's see. Oh. Opportunity. So kind of the theme for the week too, if you haven't if you've been feeling stuck, or if you've been feeling, I want to say that this, because we got a lot of wands cards, that there, manifest your opportunities, or when you see an opportunity come up, this may look backwards to you guys. If it is, I apologize. Take your opportunities when they come up, act on them. You know, diamonds is equivalent in playing cards to pentacles, which is about manifestation. It's about the physical world. It's about our health, body, money. I feel like this week there's going to be some kind of opportunity that may seem like not as obvious as at first, to how, you know, what its potential value is, but that you should perhaps consider taking that opportunity, because it's kind of like, it's kind of in the cards. I just feel like there's just a lot of inertia happening. There's a lot of initiation and inertia happening in this week coming up. Could be travel too, but take opportunities when they come up, because, you know, opportunities come and they go. They don't last forever, and I'd rather take an opportunity and be upset that it didn't work out than not take the opportunity and always wondered what would have happened, because we can't live in what woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of thing, right? We want to embrace what life throws at us and give it a try, because if it doesn't work out, we can at least say, well, we gave it a shot. So my loves, this has been your What's Up Weekly. Again, my name is Naya. If you enjoyed this reading, you like these kind of videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Just let me know you liked it. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, you can hit me up at nayathryce.com, or you can, all the info is over there. I'll also leave all the information in the description box below. You can check me out on Instagram at nayathryce to see my daily pulls and my dailies. So all right, my loves, so until next time, I will talk to you soon. Much love, many blessings, peace.